7 amazing benefits of omega-3 fish oil supplements. This is not clickbait, man. Just wait till you hear this. Let's start with number 1, and that is pain management. The omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA, found in fish oil are naturally anti-inflammatory. Dr. Rhonda Patrick says that she believes it's one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory things that we can get relatively easily. Number 2 is weight control. Fish oil actually sends signals to your brain that make you eat less and be less hungry. So if you're looking for an affordable, natural weight loss pill, you may want to consider fish oil. That brings us to number 3, and number 3 is skin health. The omega-3 fats in fish oil are long-chain fats, which can help protect your skin from sun damage. It's like getting sunscreen from the inside out. I wish I knew about that earlier. I got a lot of ground to make up over here. Number 4, brain health. Eating fish, this one's crazy. Eating fish is correlated with an overall larger brain size as well as a larger hippocampus, which is the memory center of your brain. Your brain is about 70% fat, and 50% of that fat is DHA, which we can get from omega-3 fats contained in fish oil. Now, Dr. Gundry says that he measures the omega-3 index of all of his patients. The omega-3 index is a test that measures the amount of omega-3s in the blood. He and his team have found that the people with the highest omega-3 index actually do have the largest brains and the largest hippocampus, or the memory center of your brain. Conversely, the people with the lowest omega-3 index have the most shrunken brains and the smallest hippocampus. I don't know about you, but I could use a bigger brain and better memory. What were we just talking about? Oh yeah, number 5. Number 5 is gut health. Omega-3 fats have been shown to repair your gut barrier and help prevent lipopolysaccharides, these little demons that cause inflammation. Omega-3s help prevent them from being absorbed into the bloodstream. And that brings us to number 6. And number 6 is heart health. The Mayo Clinic did a meta-analysis, which means that they reviewed the findings of several similar studies and compared the results. In this case, they looked at a total of 40 studies with a combined 135,267 participants. And their findings showed that supplementation with EPA and DHA omega-3s, which is found in fish oil, was associated with a reduced risk of heart attacks. Wow. I told you these were amazing. Let's get on to number 7. And number 7 is longevity. There's a small town in Italy that has, I don't know how to pronounce it, it's like Citroli or something like that. It has more people, over 100 per population size, than any other place in the world. In fact, there's a lot of little small towns in Italy that are like that. It's thought that one of the reasons for this is that those people eat small fish like anchovies on a daily basis, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, so here's a bonus one. My wife is in nursing school right now, and she heard me talking, and she said, "Are you talking about omega-3s?" And I said, "Yep." And she said, "Did you know that if you have a painful period, it's recommended that you increase your omega-3s because it will help reduce the pain and make it more bearable?" Awesome. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about that, but if you do, hey, why not try it? It could help. So lose weight, less pain, big brain, awesome skin, live longer. All of this sounds great, right? But what's the catch? The problem is that most people are deficient in omega-3s. Why? Because most people don't eat fish every single day for multiple meals like the people living in small towns in Italy. Especially if you live in the US and eat what is commonly referred to as the standard American diet, or the SAD diet. Lots of processed foods, highly refined carbohydrates and sugars, and not to mention very heavy on processed industrial seed oils like vegetable oil, corn oil, canola oil, soybean oil, and so forth. A diet like that is way too high in omega-6s and far too low in omega-3s, and is very inflammatory. So what can we do? Well, for starters, we can clean up our diet and reduce or completely eliminate highly processed foods. We can also include a good quality fish oil supplement. Now, When looking for an omega-3 fish oil supplement, try to get one that comes from a smaller sized fish. Smaller sized fish, like sardines, anchovies, and mackerel, are high in omega-3s and have much lower levels of mercury than other fish. You also want to make sure it's purified and/or concentrated. Purification helps to get rid of these contaminants like mercury and PCBs. Concentrating the oil can also increase the levels of EPA and DHA, which is what you want. So, how much should we take? Well, going back to Dr. Gundry, he says to aim for 1,000 milligrams of DHA per day. He says he got that number from consistently testing his patients over time. Remember we talked about the omega-3 index test? He's found that to be the most effective dose, 1,000 milligrams of DHA per day. So only get a brand that actually tells you how much DHA is in each dose. Then regardless of what the label says about how much you should take the amount that will equal 1,000 milligrams of DHA per day. And you can spread that out across the day. So I use this one from Do Not Age. It's a good quality fish oil. It says right on the label how much EPA and DHA is in it, and it also states that it comes from sardines, anchovies, and mackerel. It's also purified and concentrated. And besides that, it doesn't give me those nasty fish burps, which makes me really happy. I've tried other fish oil brands in the past. I didn't really know all this stuff that we're talking about now, but I knew it was beneficial. So I wanted to include it in my diet, but at the time I would just get the cheapest one that I could find. I didn't know there was a difference in quality. And I just could not stand the nasty fish burps that I would get, and I would get them all day long. It was so annoying. And I thought, well, I've heard it's supposed to be good for you, but I can't do this. So I stopped taking them altogether. With this one, I don't get fish burps at all. And I'm super happy about that. And I'm sure that's true with other quality brands. And speaking of other brands, a few others to consider include Omega Via DHA 600 and Nature's Bounty. There's other ones. You can get those on Amazon. There's other ones, of course, but those meet our criteria. So when and how should you take your fish oil supplement? Well, it doesn't really matter. You can take them with or without meals, early in the morning, late at night, or in the middle of the afternoon. Think of it as food, not as like some kind of medicine of some kind. So I think it's pretty easy to see after all of that omega-3 fish oil supplements are incredibly amazing, especially if you get a good quality brand like we've talked about. Thank you for watching. I hope this has been helpful, and I'll see you next time.